All right, so we're going to do a follow-up story. We got some new information on the whole Red Cross Uzaki-Chan poster stuff going on, which I want to point out, okay, no one in Japan is seriously that upset about this. It's people in America, as you're going to see. It's always Westerners wanting to put their values over on another country. I believe the NPC Puritans call this colonialism. But, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as it's going with what they believe is right, it's okay. If you can't smell the hypocrisy there, you need to get your nose checked. Before we start the video, though, make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube did an algorithm tweak. Every time they do that, people get unsubscribed. They also, for one day, and then they stopped doing it, sent a message to just about every creator saying we are making changes and getting rid of hand quotations spam accounts. So double check, make sure, and enjoy the video. Let's go.
What a story, Mark.
Okay, so coming out of Sankaku Complex, Red Cross Japan responds to Uzaki-Chan poster fiasco. Got a really good article here by Sankaku Complex. I'm hesitant to post their articles in the description, however. It's a very good website. There's some edgier stuff over there. So just go over to sankakucomplex.com if you want to check this out. They got some good stuff there. For men of culture, I'm sure you'll find things you like. So anyway, Red Cross is responding to what exactly? So in case you don't know, let me give you a quick TLDR on what the haps is here, fellow young kids. What's going on over in the land of the rising sun is they're doing a Red Cross drive. They want to get people to come give blood. And wisely, they are appealing to the lesser instincts of men here. As you can see, you have a poster of an anime girl with quite a large endowment on the chest region. This is a very effective tactic and has been useful throughout the history of humankind in snagging men of many different types. I'd also like to point out that it doesn't seem like anybody in Japan is very upset about this. They care about actual issues, not the chest size of animated girls. This is only a problem for people in the West who don't like these things and want to impose their values on people over there. And we're going to get into that. So, Red Cross has not bent the knee. I would like to point out they're standing strong. I'm guessing that this has been a successful blood drive as it gets the blood flowing. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Further developments have been made regarding the disgruntled complaining over the quotations offensive Uzaki-Chan Red Cross blood donation poster. As the matter not only appeared on Japanese TV, but Red Cross Japan has also issued a statement. Japanese TV show Sukuri had a lengthy discussion on the Twitter raging a sample video of the segment and other screenshots. I'm not going to show you the sample video as it could get me taken into a copyright frenzy. So you see here, they have some pictures and they discussed it, had a quite a hilarious conversation, I'm sure. I wish somebody would take it and subtitle it so I could see for myself. So we go to Twitter, a feminist gaijin. That's right. This person doesn't live in Japan. They are a white American. So I find it quite funny that people from other countries are trying to tell people in Japan how they should live. You would think colonialism is something that they don't like. I regularly see them telling other people not to appropriate other cultures. Of course, logic isn't something that I see them use that much either. So anyway, the feminist gaijin who wrote the original tweet about the blood donation poster also responded to their tweet appearing on the show, initially saying that they revered Sukari only to rather hilariously despise it after the show disagreed with their views of thinking a poster is harmful to women. Yes, that's because...
Okay, they're talking about fictional characters. Fictional characters. Am I getting through to you at all?
It is quite funny. The guy talks about how much he loves the show, and then he really does get mad and start cussing at him. It's pretty hilarious. This is one of the reasons I love covering stuff like this. Because, for one, the fortress of Japan, the island in the ocean, doesn't care about your feelings. They care about your monies. And in a way, that's kind of caring about your feelings because they want to care about the right ways to your pocket. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's what a business should do. What they shouldn't do is bend down to Puritans who don't want to actually buy anything. They just want to change things to have their justice points filled. This is why you see things like this now. Chappelle and Kanye are glimpses of growing pop culture rejection of wokeness. Wokeness is not spreading anymore as much as they want to have you believe that. And I firmly believe that they're going to get worse as time goes on because now normies are no longer thinking, my justice, this is a good thing. Not anymore. Instead, the crazy of these people is starting to come out. As you can see here, this guy, this is the same poster. He saw one of my previous videos and decided disagreeing with his viewpoints is a bad thing. And hey, go ahead and report YellowFlash's Patreon. I also reported this person's Patreon. Please follow suit if you have time. No one should make money off of bullying, which I never do. I criticize the post. Nobody is safe from criticism and disagreement. But a lot of people are noticing that when you disagree with these people, what do they want to do? They want to get you fired. They want to get you destroyed. They want to take away your sources of income. It doesn't matter. You can't, like, at first the justification was we're only going to do this to the radical people. And then it kept moving down the line. Now we're going to do it to the Joe Schmo who just disagrees with me. That guy's an ismphobe. This makes you seen as a terrible person, Unseen Japan. Nobody is cool with deplatforming. And it's starting to have a backlash. This is why your points aren't working anymore. You can't force people to see your way. You have to appeal to them, and you're not doing that. People are quite sick of it. So, continuing on, this is where he gets upset. So, he was kind of live tweeting the show, and what happened was they brought up the fact that the guy's a gaijin. He's from Western country known as America, and he's white. And to me, you have a right to have opinions on what other countries do, right? That's fine. But what you always need to understand is you aren't from that culture. You don't know what it's like to live there. And as hard as it is to say in some cases, I can look at some Middle Eastern countries here for some of the things they do to women. Now, that's real problems for women over there. I mean, they just allowed women to drive in Saudi Arabia for the first time. Like recently, was it last year or something? I would say that that's a pretty big issue. Not cartoon cha-chas. But hey, I guess we pick our battles, huh, Puritan Twitter? It seems that women not being able to drive or having to walk with men everywhere because they have no real rights, those aren't anything to be upset about. No, what we really need to do is pick the right battles. Going after the size of an animated pair of cha-chas. That's where we really, really need to take our battle. So you see he gets quite upset here when he does it in all caps. Stop erasing Japanese women! The fact that I immediately, a white American dude, raised this issue is being used to obscure the fact that so many women in Japan have a problem with how they are represented in Japan media. Citation, please. Citation, please. So the anger continued, and he says, Lord help me. Now Suki is buying into the isn't this discrimination against women with large breasts, otaku weeb argument, which totally misses the point. There's obviously so much going on here than her chest size. I like how this is dismissed as a weeb argument. I totally disagree with that. Because if you check so the Puritans on Twitter aren't just against this one case. It's any woman in media, particularly animated. Okay, they always say, this disgusts me how men draw women. More women should draw men. Okay, they are against large cha-chas. They don't like them. And I've raised this before I even knew that this was a weeb argument, which I disagree with. I don't think it's a weeb argument. I think it's an argument for women that have a large chest size. It does seem that they are being discriminated against, because anytime a woman is animated like that, these people crawl out of the woodwork to complain about it. The ones that they hail as a good design usually are A cups or smaller. Those ones seem to be okay. But I'm sorry, I don't know if these people have ever walked down the road. I'm going to guess not, as most of them are probably shut-ins. But there is a large portion of women that do have large chests. I know it might blow your minds, but I would feel discriminated against if I were them, because they do exist. They exist. So it's funny to see a very popular news show laugh at this. I got a kick out of it. And Red Cross also doesn't see this as a problem. Here's their statement. The promotional campaign is merely providing a novelty gift to people who were kind enough to cooperate with our blood drive. We do not recognize it as a form of harassment. We have previously received support from numerous anime series in promoting blood drives, and these partnerships have been well received and increased the amount of blood that was donated. In regards to opinions about the current promotion, we are listening to them sincerely, and we will take them in consideration for future activities, which means we are just going to keep going with what works. 5 or 6 Westerners on Twitter that cause an outrage in the West really don't matter to us, and we'll just keep doing it again. So sorry, Twitter Puritans, you didn't have an effect. But as you can see right here, they call for deplatforming whenever you disagree with them. So keep doing that, because it really does destroy your argument. And when normies come across your post calling for people to deplatform others for disagreeing, whose side do you think they're going to take when it comes to the argument? You could have just listed your reason as why I'm wrong. Instead, you shoot for deplatforming right out of the gate. Real smart. Anyway, Based Japan wins again. Always love doing these types of videos because it's nice to see a country not be delusional. Anyway, like and subscribe. Share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Leave a like and a comment. Also, that helps with the P score, which YouTube apparently does have and helps a video be popular in the algorithm. So leave one of those. And that's pretty much it. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.